Hello and welcome on the Cold Place. In this game we're gonna help Greenio a little bit, give him a few tips. So he's playing Cybran against UEF, and this map maxes are pretty spread out, so I would go for a second air here. We will see if he does the same, since you will expect many NGs expanding everywhere, and if you kill NG that is expanding to the top, it takes another minute to send another one. So Bomber is quite good on this map, early Bomber. Also some raid that can sneak. And there's pretty much reclaim everywhere, some ice blocks laying over the place, and especially in the middle in water, so it's really necessary to get the reclaim from the middle. Even build a naval factory, some frigates deny the enemy from taking the reclaim, and if you secure the water, you will gonna win, because there's just too much reclaim. So since there's that much reclaim, you will need a lot of energy, and I wouldn't build two factories at the same time. One would be finish first and then go second. And also I would go for the second air on this map. Okay, so he's relying on this NG, but if there was some bomber and he would lose that NG, he would be already mass stalling. I guess this would be the time when the bomber could appear. Yes. I think he's waiting too much with the air, so hopefully his opponent is also not gonna go for air, sending one mantis to the bottom, but without scout it's gonna be useless for defense, so I would just try to move it around the corner of the map, maybe pick up some NG here or here. And now it would be the time to build naval factories, spam frigates and NGs from it to reclaim all this, since he has enough power, so he can afford much more with enough reclaim. Like he killed an NG, gonna kill the max. And now bomber from enemy player, but looks like it missed. And on this map you can afford to go quite spammy, but if you have too much spam, we saw already happening, too many units, then it's hard to move them. Not all are attacking, so I prefer to go T2 land, and on this map you definitely can, since that much reclaim. Just look at it when he starts reclaiming. He has more than enough mass to do that, and also with enough energy you can just upgrade one max after another. So even if you run out of reclaim, you can rely on your eco. It's a bit slower expanding to the bottom. And now the bomber, so going for ACU. That's why it's nice to have scout after your bomber. Build bomber scout so you actually see what you're shooting at. And on this map I would send the bomber here to the bottom, kill the NGs that are expanding, because there's not much point of killing NGs in a base, or not right now. It would slow him down a bit, but with 6 factories you can just build another NGs pretty fast. So I would go for expanding NGs and then NGs in a base and power. Like 5 NGs on energy spam, so I would be upgrading maxes to T2 right now, and also 153 going T2. His units got stuck a bit here, doesn't matter. Okay, so 6 minutes and now he's gonna expand, but just take the maxes and keep reclaiming. He can afford to build more NGs and secure it on this position, even all the way to the middle and build some PD here if necessary. And maybe even second air factory to build more air. And since his opponent is building all his energy together, well, he's doing pretty much the same thing, so two or three bombers, I think 3 bombers just to be sure with Cybran. You can kill 4 pigeons in one pass, and on this map when you're limited just with power, you have pretty much infinite reclaim at the beginning, so killing a power is a nice target. Okay, so he's gonna manage to raid the bottom, but okay, he's coming back for the maxes. Now I would just make sure that there's nothing at the bottom. And enough units at the top, but again it would be nice to build some forward base and get a forward radar, and that would be most important, because like littleCrash has this radar, so he knows exactly where to send units, while Greenio has to be just guessing for now. He's trying to do some run by, but I think doing it with that many units has no point, since there are only 3 maxes that he can kill, and these groups of units are pretty equal, and there's gonna be more coming from the main production, so he's gonna sacrifice pretty much his whole army for killing 1 max or maybe 2. So, and not maybe even this one, so just 3 mantis going for it just to distract the main force, then send another 3 to this radar and max would be much better, and then slowly progress forward and get the NGs behind it to reclaim, and definitely be faster at the bottom expansion. You can build even a transport, drop some NGs in the middle, and a few units there, or even drop some units to secure it. And if you get a PD here or 2 with factory, most likely they're not gonna attack you much. So now he's going T2 Navy. It's a nice option, but again I would first try to render fast frigate here or secure it, just not to let your opponent get to reclaim. And still T1 maxes everywhere. I would definitely go for some T2, and now when he's on T2 land I would upgrade a bunch of factories to T2 as well and just spam rhinos, since they are so much better. And if you have small group of units, it's much more easier to control it. And when you have that many NGs you can even take those maxes in the water. Doesn't take that much time. It looks like he's getting pretty much everything from the middle, so for now I would say he already won the game, since his opponent let him reclaim everything here. Getting a destroyer out. Okay, so he ran out of reclaim in his main base, and so far he didn't manage to capture the bottom, so he can't reclaim it now. First he needs to recapture it from all those, from this raid. It could be already his and he could be reclaiming, so he wouldn't mass stall for those few seconds. Well, like, that doesn't matter that much. And now even T2 air. Okay, and when you're forced to build some PDs, don't build them in line, just build always walls around it and let some space between them, because artillery can kill it 3 PDs in one shot. So that's like, this is not efficient to build PDs like that. Yeah, you can even set line like this, because you can see there are already 2 walls between the PDs, so they are safe from splash damage. So if you have played like this, you can do that, but I wouldn't go with 5 PDs like this. Okay, so now he's capturing this expansion. Always some radar would be nice to see if there's any raids or anything coming. Just build radars everywhere, that is quite important. Scout a bit more. And the gunships, right now when he has area, I would just go for Corsairs, because Corsair can one-shot all 4 pigeons. So as long as there's no T2 power, you can go after Tijuana, and if there is T2 power, you need 2 Corsairs to kill it. And that would decide the game, but I think it's already decided. By taking the middle, also Destroyer and Frigate is unnecessary. It can't kill anything right now. Now there's even enough T2 tanks to defend this push, so even more reclaim coming to him. Okay, so he didn't want to upgrade any mechs, just putting everything in the units and relying on reclaim. I guess if he lost this middle, it would not be very good for him, since no mechs upgraded. So I would say he was a bit lucky that the opponent didn't went for naval factory and didn't push him away from the water. And with UEF it would be a bit easier, since on T2 you can use Riptide, take it, and these units, they look scary, but there are 2 T2 tanks already, so that won't be a problem. And also these PDs, even they are placed a bit wrong. But still very slow on taking the expansion. Building radar here, so we can see everything. He knows where to place these units, when to defend, and radar, PD, and this part is secured with few units in front. You can see when the RT hits, it hits 3 PDs, so that's a bit of a waste. Okay, so now he gets another reclaim, which he really needs. And I think he could have stopped building T1 power a long time ago, so no reason to overflow that much. And T2 power. Now I would just control K quite a lot of T1 power and reclaim it. Always, if you see that you have too much power, don't be afraid to control K it and reclaim it. It's better than just waste the power and not have mass. T2 air and T2 land will defend this successfully. Yes, he reclaimed the middle. Still has the destroyer, and for the radar he could build a cruiser. Cruiser is quite good for radar. It has enough range to cover the fire range of the destroyer. And now he can see that there's no T2 power. So Corsairs can end it pretty easily also. The destroyer can kill the HQ. All the and now the scout would be nice on the bottom. at the top so he can see if he can attack or not, if there are units. And he's going for maxes, but right now it's not a good solution since there's still enough reclaim at the bottom, so mass is not that big a deal. Just killing the power. Just generally killing the power is always a better idea than killing the max. Where's the air? The air should be protecting it. No need to have air sitting in the back of your base, but game is already won, so right now it doesn't matter, but next time when you're going for some bomber strike, always take your interceptors with you. Don't wait until your opponent is killing it, then it's too late to come. And with that many Corsairs, you could just snipe the ACU easily. Yeah, now it should be over to destroyers and Corsairs. So to sum it up, faster air on this map, kill the expanding NGs and expand yourself fast enough. Always build the radar, have radar coverage so you know where to send your units. And I guess that should be it. I hope this one was helpful. See you in another video.